Hello, my name is Susan Sue, and I am a partner at the venture capital investment firm Toba Capital, where I focus exclusively on investments in climate and sustainability. I live in Seattle, Washington, and I spent most of my career in high-growth tech companies like Google and Stripe, among others, as well as some time on the venture capital side, investing in other high-growth tech companies. I firmly believe that technology is one of the most transformative forces in human civilization. It drives culture and behavior and touches all of our lives with a little bit of magic every single day. In my own work, I'm proud to consider that what I do is all about enabling new technologies to come into our world and make it just a little bit better. And now more than ever that I am focused exclusively on climate technologies. Climate technologies transform everything that we do, from how we harness and store and distribute energy to how we put food on the table. So I'm really excited about that, and I see technology in every single step of that chain. Now, not only do I, like everyone else, use technology-based tools in my day-to-day work, just to send emails, manage my calendar, etc., but I also focus exclusively on technology-driven businesses in my work as an investor. So I am completely living and breathing tech all day long, and I believe firmly in its power to create positive, scalable change. Well, there are probably lots of obstacles that I don't even know that I've faced, and that seems to actually be a very common experience for women and girls. We are an incredibly strong lot of people because we're running the race with weights on our ankles and have just gotten used to that feeling in a lot of ways. Now, in terms of specifics, it's just notable here to call out that venture capital and technology and as an industry in general is very much male-dominated. Venture capital specifically is the most male-dominated niche within all of finance, and that hasn't really changed for many years. Now, being the only one of anything in any situation is a common experience I've had. I don't know if I would call it an obstacle. Sometimes it feels like an obstacle. But in that experience, in my experience there, the best way to triumph is really to actually lean in to standing out and be confident even when you don't feel that way on the inside. I personally also try and fail at many, many things, and I'm not afraid to fall on my face in public. I've taught myself never to be ashamed when that happens, but just to keep at it. Now, the result of that is that you end up having a lot more shots on goal, so to speak, than everybody else. And over time, you end up scoring some of those shots. Many of those you don't, but some of those you do. And the more you try, the more shots you have. Now, the people who succeed, in my view, aren't necessarily better or smarter than those who don't. They just try a lot more times. Even if they fail in equal proportion to everyone else, they've simply tried more times, they've had more shots on goal. I believe that technology itself is incredibly empowering, and it doesn't care what gender you are, what age you are, how much money you have, and many other things. Women should embrace it even more than they have, even more than we have, and should take the broader technology industry by storm and make it ours. It starts with understanding the fundamentals, developing confidence in math, science, and just really basic principles and frameworks of technology building. But anybody can grasp that. None of it is rocket science, well, except rocket science itself. Women can be the builders of the now and also of the future. I will say that I came from a low-income immigrant family. I went to public schools my whole life until college, sometimes on the free lunch program, and I now have an incredible career working on a mission that I care about and surrounded by truly a community of allies. I am really grateful for this life. If you are intrigued by this example of mine, I would just say trying is the best way to succeed. Wake up each day with energy, because we live in a world that is both terrifying and needs you, and also awesome. because it has you. We are each so incredibly potent, whether we end up affecting the world on some kind of massive global scale, or just affecting the other humans in our day-to-day lives and in our families. If you try enough times and don't let your ego or your negative self-talk get in the way, or even sometimes fatigue or real discouragement, real failure get in the way, then I firmly believe that X times out of X, or X times out of Y, you will succeed. So can't overemphasize that. And I would just say that we all have it in us to do so. Thank you.